Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Serena, and if you want to know a little bit more about me, then watch them videos up there where I introduce myself, and also where I tell a story time about my migration from Jamaica to the UK, so you can also get to know a little bit more about me in that video.
Baby, serving face, period.
I don't know why I'm wearing a hoodie. Like literally just last week I was complaining that British weather was British weather was trash and that the sun had disappeared. Now it's back with a vengeance because it's hella humid, and yeah, it's very hot today. But do you know what? I just put this on. I wanted to feel comfy, so I thought, why not? It kind of matches my eyeshadow a little bit as well. So in today's video, we gonna be talking about Loki episodes 3 and 4. So if you missed where I did a little chit chat about Loki episodes 1 and 2, then you can go back and watch that. This is not a breakdown, this is nothing about Easter eggs, but there are spoilers ahead. First things first, we're gonna start with episode 3. Obviously Loki and Sylvie, as we now know, that's what Lady Loki, that's her alias, that's what she goes by. We had a lot of screen time of them in episode 3. As we know, episode 2 ended when they stepped through the portal together. So now we see what happened, and I was not expecting them to be back at the TVA, to be honest. So that was just like, oh, so all of that just to go back to the TVA. And I'm pretty sure even Loki was a bit confused as well as to why are we here. But we know that Sylvie does not like the timekeepers, so she was there to, well, I guess kill him. I don't know. I mean, Loki wants to overthrow them and take that position, but Sylvie more has like a very personal vendetta against them, which we will find out more about in episode 4. But with episode 3, the visuals were on point. The visuals were great, and that's one thing with Marvel. When it comes to the special effects, the visuals, the CGI, everything, they always do an They always do an excellent job. So while they were on the Mantis, those colors, the purples, the pinks, the blues, I'm sorry. I love it. One thing that really annoys me, right, and it's a consistent thing throughout this series, like when I went on a rant the last time about how all the Minutemen kept getting ambushed and their tactics were just so bad. And well, this is more for episode 4 actually, but yeah, episode 3, I don't really have a lot to say about episode 3. The main thing was obviously the bomb that Sylvie dropped, where she said that everyone at the TVA, they're all variants. And I thought, well, that makes sense. I mean, Loki was trying to poke holes in Mobius's logic as to, like, do you really think you were created for the sole purpose of doing a job? I mean, when you think about it, it does sound pretty lame and kind of sad. Like, you were just created just to work for the rest of your life. But the fact that they're variants, that's pretty interesting. That I'm looking forward to see, like, how they develop that a bit more. Like, we need to know more. We need to know more, because with Sylvie and, is it C20, the minute woman or person, that she enchanted to be able to see her memories so that she could get information about the timekeepers. Clearly she had a whole life before the TVA, but they managed to suppress those memories. They didn't erase them, but they managed to suppress them. But Sylvie was able to bring those out. So it's like these people had full-on lives and they just took it away from them. Why? Well, we have to wait and see if that is answered. So I feel like that was the main thing in episode 3, was that just that bomb. The whole thing about them being destroyed and lamented. I mean, we kind of knew that they weren't going to die because, well, there were 3 more episodes left at that point. And also with some of the clips that we saw, some of the trailers that we saw for the series anyways, there are still bits that haven't happened yet. So we kind of knew that, yeah, they would obviously survive that. Which then leads us into episode 4. Now, child. First of all, Loki, the god of mischief, right? A frost giant, prince of Asgard, is falling in love, but not with just anyone, with himself. And I was thinking, it's just like, you know what? Sometimes your soulmate is you. Like, sometimes that's what it means. Self-love. You just love yourself. And for him, he found the female version of himself, and it's just like, I'm a lovable person. Our goals are aligned, you know, so I think I can go for this. But dude fell in love in like 0.25 seconds. So you spent like what, a day with her? You're in love? Like, dude is fully head over heels falling in love with himself. And it does sound a bit dodgy, I'm not gonna lie, but this also puts to rest, right? I know I've been staying away from all those breakdown videos, those rumors confirmed and stuff like that, and here's one reason why. So before episode 3, I accidentally came across something that said that Sylvie, well, it revealed the name of Lady Loki, which was Sylvie Lofi daughter or something like that, however you pronounce it, meaning daughter of Loki. And they were just like, so she's not Lady Loki, and they tried to make it out that she was Loki's sister, but it's just like, nah bro, remember, she's from an alternate reality. She's an alternate version of Loki, and she's the female version of Loki, hence why Lady Loki. They're not related, they're not siblings, it's just that is her story. I'm just like, this is why I stay away from these things, because they dig into stuff and it's just like, no, you're just confusing everyone. She's still Lady Loki. So the whole him falling in love with her, I guess it's a little less weird because they're not siblings. It's just that he's falling in love with himself. And I feel like this also adds to what I was saying before about his character and the fact that they're trying to move away from him being a villain. And the fact that he's falling in love with Sylvie means that there are aspects of Loki that are lovable. You can look at him. He is capable of love and he should be loved. I mean, Thor loved him. His mom loved him. His parents loved him. Or did I already say his mom? Sorry. But it's just like, yeah, he's not just all the way bad. He can be good, can be loved, and he is able to love. So it's just like, yeah, I mean, everyone deserves a happy ending, right? But another big thing with episode 4, the timekeepers obviously not being real, I can't remember if I mentioned this in my previous video, but I do know that I spoke to my friend about it, and I was just like, this whole thing about the timekeepers, what's when it's like a Wizard of Oz situation where the wizard is revealed and they thought it was a great and powerful Oz, when really it's just the projector and a man behind the curtain. So it's just like, I put my money on that's how the whole timekeeper situation is. And guess what? It's all a facade. They were just lifeless androids. So obviously that led to more questions, and like I said before, me and Loki on the same page. It's just like, well, if they're not real, who created the TVA? Where did this whole idea of timekeepers? And I'm so sorry that every time I need to film, they're doing works and they're hella loud, and I can't close my window because it's really hot and then it's gonna get really humid in here. But it's just like, yeah, they're not real. So what it do? Like, what else? Like, are we gonna find out? There's only 2 episodes left. So I know there were talks about having a season 2. Maybe not, but still, I want to know what's up. Who created this world? Who suppressed these people's memories? Why is it that magic doesn't work there? So many questions that I need answered. And along with that as well, obviously we get to learn more about Sylvie's background and the fact that she was taken when she was really young. Her crime against the sacred timeline, whatever it was committed when she was really young, and to this day she doesn't know what her nexus event was. What did she do that she wasn't supposed to do? And Ravonna has to tell her now. She gotta speak up, sis. She gotta speak up. And I always had trust issues with Ravonna from the beginning. I always knew there was something up with her, something not quite right. I'm wondering, did she know that the timekeepers weren't real? And another theory of mine is like, is she the only person that's not a variant? Because when it was showing Sylvie's, what's the word, flashback, it's like Ravonna was there. She obviously worked her way up through the chain of command, and she's now the commander? Yeah. So is she the only person that's not a variant? How much does she know? I mean, she clearly knows that everyone else is a variant because of how she treated C20 all the way wrong, because she was asking questions, or she knew that they had lives before, but clearly sis was saying too much, so Ravonna had to get rid of her. And then when Mobius also started asking questions, she got rid of him. And then with B15, now when obviously Sylvie enchanted her back in episode 2, is it episode 2? Yeah, episode 2. Obviously she saw a glimpse of her past life, and I'm low-key mad that they didn't show. So you know when they went back to, is it 2055 or wherever, and Sylvie did that thing again where she could see her past life and get access to her suppressed memories. It's like, I wanted to see, like, she said she was happy. Share that happiness with us. Why couldn't we see it? I want to know. So that was another thing. And I was also a bit suspicious, right, when they pruned Mobius, because I'm just like, Ravonna girl, you evil. How you gonna do that to your friend, sis? But when they did that, I was just like, but is he really dead though? Does that thing really kill people though? And then obviously towards the end, when Loki was stuttering because he couldn't, even I'm stuttering now, he couldn't get the words out to tell Sylvie how he felt, and then Ravonna pruned him as well. I'm just like, well, now I know that these people that get pruned don't die, because unless they're gonna jump from this timeline to another timeline and to look at another Loki, it's just like this Loki still has 2 episodes left to do, and what's the whole Loki for president, that hasn't happened yet. So I was just like, yeah, nah, he ain't dead. But Ravenna's in trouble because she and Sylvie gonna have a nice little one-to-one, and yeah, now I'm onto it. Now I'm onto the stupid Minutemen. I'm sorry, what kind of training did they receive? How can they not fight? Every single fight scene with them, when they had one-on-one with Sylvie, and now it was them, Sylvie and Loki, they still couldn't fight. How? I'm not understanding. The maths isn't mathsing. I don't... Who trained them? Seriously. Who? They're just useless. They should call them the useless men. You have these little devices that is double-edged, so you can prune with one and shank with the other. And you're just getting beat up by 2 variants. And that scene where Loki and Sylvie were getting into the elevator with Ravenna, I fully thought that they were going to be tag teaming her in the elevator. I was just like, ooh, she about to get beat up. She about to get beat up. But that didn't happen. So yeah, I mean, so far, I said before in my other video that I hate TV shows and movies that are very predictable, but so far I've only predicted like one thing, which is that the timekeepers, the whole thing is just a facade. But everything else, still got loads of questions. Still, you know, need to find out in these last 2 episodes. They better be long and answer these questions, because I hope you guys watch the post-credit scene as well, because now we know for sure, that Loki ain't dead. But who are these people? I'm sorry, but when they showed them, yeah, and the dude on the right, I was looking at him and his little outfit, and I was just like, why does he look like Mermaid Man from SpongeBob? I thought, yeah, this dude looks like Mermaid Man. What's happening? Who are these people? So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about, really. For me, this is what stood out to me in these last 2 episodes. I don't know if there's anything that you guys wanted to bring out that I probably didn't mention, but yeah, this is pretty much it. I'm still very much enjoying it. The fight scenes are I'm not impressed, but so far it's living up to my expectations, and I'm just looking forward to seeing how things develop, especially with Sylvie's storyline and with her and Ravenna sorting out their issues, where Mobius is at, who these people that woke Loki up, and how it's gonna end. I have just a mini prediction about how it ends. I was telling my friend this, that I feel like it might be kind of like a Romeo and Juliet ending. So if something happens to Sylvie because Loki's in love or whatever, and he's watched his reel, he sees his life and how it pans out, and it's like, if something happens to Sylvie, he probably just like, I might as well die as well. I mean, I'm gonna die anyway, so why not go out with the love of my life, who happens to be me? I mean, yeah, but we'll see. Got 2 more episodes left or whatever. But yeah, thank you guys so much for supporting. I really don't know where this YouTube journey is gonna go, but still, thank you guys for supporting. I'm trying to, what's next up on the agenda? Oh Yeah, I know it's next, and it's food related because y'all know I love food. So this channel is gonna be all about things that I love. So yeah, it's gonna be food related, the next one. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, oh, hey. Because